Wow, guys, it's been so long. I don't even know how to do this anymore. So I guess we're just gonna dive right in and get down to it. It has just been so long since I've made any kind of videos that I wanted to get back into the swing of things. So if this video was a little rough, I'm sorry, but I am just like out of practice completely with this. But since it has been so long, what I want to do is give an update on everything that's been going on and my weight and health and all of the things. So we're gonna just dive right in to the weight part first, because this is almost unbelievable and it's hard for me to wrap my mind around it, much less say it out loud. It just makes my head want to explode. So in the year 2023, I gained 30 pounds. So January 1st, I was 129.4 pounds. This was January 1st, 2023. So January 1st of this year, I was 158.6 pounds. This is my calendar, by the way, that I track all of my weight on. And I have my scale on the floor like right below, so that it's just very quick and easy in the morning, just to give you guys an idea of like what this situation is. So that's a solid 30 pounds. And for some reason, like, I kind of know how I got here, but at the same time, it was kind of like I was in a daze. So I saw the weight going up and up and up and up, because I track my weight basically every day, a lot of times twice a day, just to see how I'm doing and how food's like me and see how I'm feeling. And so I did watch the weight go up and up, but it's like I was in a daze, like I couldn't do anything. I was like frozen in the overwhelm, and that is a lot of it. Is I, in the last year, was very overwhelmed, very stressed out. And during 2023, I had strep throat for the first time ever in my life. I had COVID. 2 weeks later, I had to get my flu shot for work. And then 2 weeks after that, I got the flu. So, and this is the first time I've ever had the flu in my entire life. So that's a lot of major illnesses, in my opinion, that were going on top of, I was weaning down from my daily migraine medication, and I did really, really well for about 6 months. And then after I got the flu, or actually when I got the flu, is when I started to have more vestibular migraine flare-ups, which is just not ideal, and I really don't want to go back on a daily medication. So at this point, I am working through that part of my health. And I'm going to be getting, on this coming Monday, hopefully I'm going to be getting some sort of like adjustment on my neck by an upper cervical chiropractor. That's something I've never done before. I mean, I've had chiropractic, but never the very specific upper cervical. So I'm hoping that is a game changer for me, because at this point, the options are I have to go back on some kind of daily med if I can't get this under control. Because I really also don't want to be taking my rescue medications as much as I am. So really what triggers my migraines has also been what has triggered me to gain a ton of weight. And what I mean by that is that with stress, I have been stress eating for like this entire year. And so I have been turning to those high fat, high sugar, high salt foods. Like I would say like my food of choice was Sun Butter Cups. My daughter has a peanut allergy, so I really try to avoid peanut butter. But yeah, so my drug of choice, almost, if you will, was Sun Butter Cups or pretzels with nut butters in them. And those are super delicious, but like I would eat an entire bag like in a day. And that's not okay, because that's like thousands and thousands of calories. And so while I was eating those things to get the dopamine dump that I needed just to get through the day because I was so incredibly stressed out, I also found myself back into like old habits that I can trace back to like when I was a child. I would have some of these behaviors that I would do. So on that end of things, I am going to be starting with a therapist soon, which I am excited about, but also nervous because that's a hard thing for me. That therapy is not really something that I like grew up with thinking is okay, because you know, you just go to church and everything's all good and fine, but like that's not me. And so like we have had like marriage counseling and things like that, and that's been incredibly helpful. But for a long time, I have probably needed to go see someone to work through my mental health and how I deal with stress and anxiety and like those kinds of things, because all of those things push me in the direction of eating those things that are, again, like high sugar, high fat, high salt, and give me the dopamine dump. And at the same time, those things also trigger my migraines. So it's really like a no-win situation that I need to work through. So throughout the month of January, I actually got up to about 162 pounds. Part of that was medication related. Part of that was I was definitely eating way too much. And so for the past week, I have been making conscious efforts to choose wisely the foods that I'm eating, limiting oils, limiting fat, and trying to choose mostly whole foods. And also when I'm eating, I'm working towards eating only until I'm satisfied, not until I'm like so full that I'm going to pop. And then also before I go snacking on things because I need something crunchy, or snacking on things because I'm bored or because I need some sort of like dopamine hit, I ask myself, am I really hungry right now? Do I really need something to eat, or is it something else that's happening? So I've been doing a ton of reflection, if that's not super obvious, on, you know, how I gained the 30 pounds, what I need to be doing to get back down to where I was. Because I mean, some people might think that like 129 pounds is like pretty low for my height. I'm 5'8", so I'm kind of tall. It's on the like lower end of like the normal range for my height. But I felt good at that weight. Like I felt so good. I was happy. I felt good about myself. And I mean, that's what really matters. I felt really comfortable in my own body. And so I need to get back down to a place where I'm super comfortable in my own body. So I'm kind of switching up what I'm doing to get back there just a little bit, because if you've been following me for a long time, you know that I ate primarily whole food, plant-based, no oil. And I was very, very strict on that for a long time. And I kind of slid back into the old habits of prior to how I ate, like when I was just vegan or plant-based. I totally use those terms interchangeably, but I know that some people get like offended by that. But anyways, I will say that I was eating a vegan diet, no animal products at all, no meat, no dairy, no eggs, no gelatin. So anyways, when I was just eating that way and I did not care about the oil or the fat content, I was stuck around 170 pounds or so. And then once I cut out oil and like really, really lowered the amount of fat in my diet, I dropped weight like crazy. You know, I lost 60 pounds in a period of 7 months. Like that is nuts. So, and then I maintained that weight for over a year. It's just stressors added up. I wasn't dealing with things how I needed to. And So I ended up falling back into old habits, and I got myself back to a point where I am uncomfortable in my body, don't like how my clothes fit, and I don't feel particularly healthy, like not at all. So anyways, with that being said, during the month of January, I gained some weight, but as of today, today's February 1st, I am back down to what I was on January 1st, which is 158.6 pounds. I don't have a time frame for getting back down to around like 130 to 135 pounds. Like I want to be kind of between those two numbers. That is like my ideal weight for myself and where I feel best. I don't have a time frame for that because I want to incorporate exercise, lifting weights, riding dirt bikes. Like I want to incorporate those things into my life and into the weight loss process, not just because I want to lose the weight, but also because I want to be strong, I want to be healthy, I want to be like, I want to have better endurance with things, because right now my endurance is crap, my strength is crap, my core stability also not so good. So I feel like in that area I have a lot of work to do. So anyways, since January, if you take, January 1st to February 1st, I have essentially gained 0 weight, lost 0 weight, which I'm okay with, because in reality, I gained weight during the month and then lost weight during the month. So right now I'm happy to be at a standstill, but my goals for the next month are to continue to make wise food choices, continue to eat until I am full but not overstuffed, continuing to incorporate exercise into my routine, as well as journaling and meditation, and doing all that mental health work that is just so important that people kind of brush off sometimes. So I'm going to be doing all of those things to continue on this weight loss journey that I'm on, because let's be real, our health is a journey. If you are struggling with your weight, that is also a journey, and I am right there with you as a super busy mom. So the other thing that I have been working on is rebranding my wellness company. If you guys are new here, I coach moms on how to lose weight on a plant-based diet. And I am shifting that quite a bit, because it's not just about the weight loss. It's also about being mentally strong, physically strong, eating things that make you feel good. It's more than just the weight. The weight is part of it, but our health is paramount, because if we're not healthy, we can't take care of our kids. Like, we have to take care of ourselves so that we can take care of our families. And so I am rebranding Dialed In Plant-Based Weight Loss to Holistically Well Mama. It's similar but different, a lot of it is going to have the same premise behind it, but there's more of a focus on the whole mom and not just the number on the scale. So with that being said, I think I'm going to end the video here. I definitely am going to be having more videos in the future. If you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss any uploads. And then also go follow me over on my Instagram. There's going to be some more things coming out over there that I will post there first. I'm in the works of a new guide to help moms get started on their health and weight loss journey. So be on the lookout for that. If you have any questions, as always, leave them down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!